The healing journey is the hero's journey. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, stick around. I am going to share exactly what that means on this video. If you guys don't know me, my name is Joe. I'm the founder and creator of HealFlip. And I help people become empowered on their healing journeys to become their own best healer. Something that I had to learn on my journey of dealing with a chronic illness and healing from it is that I was in what is known as the hero's journey. And I'm just going to ask you guys who are watching this to think about, your favorite sort of movie or, TV show. And it all follows this similar pattern where the hero, the main character, goes through sort of the initiation, the trials, the tribulations, only to then slay the dragons and become the hero, the best version of themselves. And you need to think about your healing in this way. There's a famous philosopher and writer named Joseph Campbell who coined this term back when he saw there was a theme in everyone's lives, not just in movies, and we all go through it in different ways. If you are struggling with a chronic illness, this is part of your initiation. This is part of your initiation to becoming your own hero and slaying your dragons and overcoming and becoming the greatest version of yourself. You may not believe me now, but will hopefully spark something within you to recognize that all of these things that are happening to you aren't actually happening to you. They're happening for you so that you can become the version of yourself that you're truly meant to be. And I'm going to explain to you why I think this happens. So in my case, with chronic Lyme disease and then most recently long COVID, I was living off of my path before I got sick. Before I got Lyme disease, I was a college student, but I was, drinking, partying, really kind of stuck in life, not really sure what I wanted to do. I was studying graphic design, but like my life felt unfulfilled, meaningless. I didn't really have any true passions or purposes other than like, let's just go out and party. And I believe part of the reason that I got sick with Lyme disease was for me to become who I'm meant to be, which is what I do now. And then I went through ups and downs, challenges, relapses with long COVID. And I believe, again, I was living off a path. I was then working as an art director, but I was focused more on, unhealthy lifestyle habits, drinking, so much stress in my life. And I wasn't really truly being me. I was shrinking myself. I was hiding. I was people pleasing. I was in toxic relationships and things like that. And ultimately, again, the illness sort of stepped in and made me look at areas of my life that needed to be looked at so that I could kind of make changes. And if you're dealing with any of these things like chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, anxiety, depression, depersonalization, derealization, Lyme disease, long COVID, or any of those chronic illnesses for which there is no cure and no real, true, treatment that is proven, and you've tried all of the different treatments and you're still stuck, this is where you need to look. You need to learn how to become your own best healer and actually uncover what is blocking you from healing. Because until you do that, I don't believe you will actually heal and get better. And often the things that are blocking us from healing are the things that we don't want to look at, which is the behaviors and habits that keep us small, stuck, and contributing to illness and not healing. And I'm going to talk about what those are. Like I said, in my case, it's usually lifestyle habits. Some people are drinking, doing drugs, partying. Some people are, actually self-sabotaging in different ways. Maybe they're living out of alignment in unhealthy relationships, toxic relationships dynamics, a dead-end job that they truly are not fulfilled in, that is keeping them stuck from living their true purpose. And then sometimes it is toxic behaviors that we don't always see, like lying, like cheating, like stealing, doing those things. And the illness will step in and be like, dude, you need to make changes in your life. But for whatever it is, the answer is all for us, is right in front of us, is like, stop doing those things and actually learn who you truly are and what truly matters to you in life. So in my class, Heal Club, and when I work with people, I teach lifestyle changes and nervous system practices and things like acceptance and commitment therapy. But within that, the last pillar of what my 4 pillars is reigniting, finding your spark again, finding what lights you up, and finding a fulfilling and meaningful life that actually you are destined to live and desire to live. And a lot of people don't actually look at this, when they're chronically ill. They think, oh, I just got to heal the symptoms. I just got to find what the root cause is and kill or detox or, supplement or protocol. It's not what's going to help you. In my experience, that stuff fails. I've never seen anyone heal by just doing that. Some of those things can be helpful as supportive care, but they are not what is truly going to help you heal. And I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that if you're listening to this and you haven't come to that realization yet. However, you have the power within your entire body to heal itself. And it, comes with those other things that I talked about. But the last pillar being reigniting your spark again. Getting out of that toxic relationship, that toxic job, doing what you were put on this planet to do, whether that is creative, whether that is, some job or some mission. You want to help people, you want to volunteer at a shelter, you want to do all these things, but you haven't been doing them. Or maybe it is, you want to be a healer, you want to help other people to walk in the same footsteps as you and show them how to overcome, just as I'm doing. And that is for the case for a lot of people. But it also comes with you becoming first your own best hero and healer. And finding that spark again is part of your path and your mission. And slaying those dragons, those fears, those self-imposed limitations, those beliefs is part of that initiation and that path. So if you're struggling with a chronic illness, you do have to do some things, accept, surrender, allow, make lifestyle changes. But I always tell people this: you did not get chronically ill for no reason. And part of that reason is for you to figure out. And part of healing is not going back to your old life, but actually creating a new life out of the chronic illness, one that is meaningful, one that lifts you up, lights you up every morning, one that you are excited to wake up to. Because here's what I will say: you are not going to heal and go back to your old life. You have to let that go. You have to let the old life go. It may have served you in the past, but it is partially what is responsible for getting you chronically ill and dealing with all of these symptoms. What you need to do is look forward to the new life that you are creating. Doesn't mean you cannot bring some of the elements from the past, the old life, with you. Like, I'm still a skateboarder. I still love cars. I still love live music. I still dress like I'm a freaking skateboarder. But I let go of the toxic stuff. And I stepped into who I am actually as a person. And I'm still figuring that out and uncovering that. It's a process. It's not a finite thing that you do and then you're healed. As you heal, you uncover more of yourself. But you have to look within. Who am I? What do I want to do? What is my mission here on this planet? What am I here to do? And asking within and asking from God, a higher power, source, whatever you believe in, to help guide you. Because that's part of the journey as well. It is not all on you to figure out. Figure out what lights you up. Figure out what you would want to do if health was not an issue, if money was not an issue, if age was not an issue, and begin taking steps to do that. Even with the fears, even with the symptoms, even with the self-imposed limitations. And what you will find is healing on the other side, and you will slay all the dragons, and you will become your own best hero and best healer. This is the hero's journey, guys. I will talk more about this in another video, but I wanted to give you an explanation of what the hero's journey is. If you don't believe me, you're on it, guys, you will eventually recognize, oh, this is what I'm on. I'm on the hero's journey. And if you need the help, people will come along to help you on your hero's journey, just like maybe this video found you, or maybe the people that you work with, or maybe the people that bring you some guidance or that little bit of knowledge or something that sparks or lights something up. It is not all on you, but it is on you to recognize that healing does not come from all these things outside, and you're not meant to go back to your old life. And the illness stepped in for you to create a new life, to become who you're truly meant to be, to slay all those dragons, and to become your own best hero. I hope this helps you guys. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and feel free to check out any of my offerings. This is what I teach a lot of people. It's not just about some silly little routines. It's about teaching people how to become their own best healers and their own best heroes. And that's what I do in my classes Heal Club. That's what I work with people one-on-one. And even, with my guides in my journal, like you can use those yourself and do it yourself. If you need that support and assistance, it is here. I hope this video helped you guys.